to the misappropriation of money before the High Court of Calcutta. The address shall be as follows. Whereas a notice was given of a motion for presenting an address to the President praying for the removal of Shri Soumitra Sen from his office as Judge of the High Court at Calcutta by 57 members of the Council of States as specified in Annexure A attached herewith, and whereas the said motion was admitted by the Chairman of the Council of States, and whereas an inquiry committee consisting of Shri B. Sudarshan Reddy, Judge of the Supreme Court of India, Shri Mukul Mudgal, Chief Justice of the High Court of Punjab and Haryana at Chandigarh, and Shri Fali S. Nariman, a distinguished jurist, was appointed by the Chairman of the Council of States for the purpose of making an investigation into the grounds on which the removal of the said Shri Soumitra Sen from his office as Judge of the High Court at Calcutta has been prayed for. And whereas the said inquiry committee has, after an investigation made by it, submitted a report containing a finding to the effect that Shri Soumitra Sen is guilty of the misbehavior specified in such report, a copy of which is enclosed and marked as Annexure B. And whereas the motion aforewith mentioned, having been adopted by the Council of States in accordance with provisions of Clause 4 of Article 124 of the Constitution of India, the misbehavior of the said Soumitra Sen is deemed under subsection 3 of Section 6 of the Judges Inquiry Act 1968 to have been proved. Now, therefore, the Council of States requests the President to pass an order for the removal of the said Shri Soumitra Sen from his office as Judge of the High Court at Calcutta. Those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. No. I think the ayes have it. Under Clause 4 of Article 124 of the Constitution, the motion and the address will have to be adopted by a majority of the total membership of the House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the House present and voting. Let the lobbies be cleared. कितनी देर लगती है? 3.5. सेक्रेटरी जनरल कब बोलेंगे? इंस्ट्रक्शंस नहीं देने तो पूछ लीजिए, उनको देना है।
वो कह रहे हैं हमने बोलने के लिए नहीं बोला।
हाँ, यही तो मैं पूछ रहा हूँ। सेक्रेटरी जनरल,
Sir, if the members so desire, I would read out the voting procedure. I would also request that the ministers and other members who are not members of this House may kindly withdraw. Honorable members, for your convenience, I shall explain the voting procedure by automatic vote recording system. It may please be noted that each member has been provided with an integrated microphone and voting console containing 4 buttons: P for present, A for ayes, O for abstain, and N for noes. There is also a separately situated security button in red, vote activation, provided on the language selector. A red LED vote now lighting during the voting period indicates that the voting functions are operational and active. To record a vote, a member has to press the vote activation button and one of the voting buttons of his/her choice, ayes, noes, abstention, simultaneously. Each voting button has an assigned LED indicating the correct and valid voting function as long as a button is pressed together with the vote activation button. The voting process starts with a musical sound on large screen hall display in the 2 corners of the chamber. Each member has to keep the voting button as well as the vote activation button pressed simultaneously for 10 seconds. That is, at the time of closing of voting, in order to register a valid vote. During the voting period, the member can change his or her vote at any time. The vote cast at the time when the voting period is ending will be valid. That is, the button kept pressed at the 10th second will be recorded. In case either one or both the buttons are released prior to close of voting period, the vote will not be registered. The countdown time is also indicated on the display board. If a member finds that he or she has voted by mistake, by pressing the wrong button, he or she can be allowed to correct his or her mistake, provided he or she brings it to the notice of the chairman before the result of the division is announced.
Division, the question is that the motion moved by Shri Sitaram Yechuri for presenting an address under Article 217 for removal of Justice Soumitra Sen, Judge, High Court of Calcutta, from his office, and the address to the President under Clause 4 of Article 124 of the Constitution be taken into consideration. Those in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those against will please say no. No. I think the ayes have it. Division.
Honorable members, I am starting the voting process now. The voting time starts now. लिख के दे दो, ऐसा कोई अच्छा होता है। 172 हो गया यार, 172 है, 172 है, 123 रिक्वायरमेंट।
नहीं दबाए, ठीक, तो यहाँ लिखना, पेन से लिखना है। 204 थे।
तो आपने 4 लिखी। एक एक्सटेंशन भी था।
Subject to correction, ayes 189, noes 17. The ayes have it, the motion and the address are adopted by a majority of the total membership of the House and by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the House present and voting. The House stands adjourned till 11 a.m. on Friday, the 19th of August,